Max! What are you eating? I want to know what you're eating. So, and a lot of new Patreon members, a lot of nice people. Wow. You think I can actually go shooting today? Oh, man. There's the grass again. Anyway, it's beautiful. They both like something in it. It's just so beautiful up here. I'll be back for 2 weeks. Max, don't go past that point. Anyway, people, God bless. Well, it's that cold. Yeah, it's windy. Freezing. Last day here. And so Patreon members know I have more posts coming. Can finish the editing, but it's okay. Alright, so next time I see you, I'll be on Long Island. And then I'm going to free up my phone, well, my other one. I'm going to use that to film the boat show. So, right, Max? Can we get a poop out of you, please? Come on, poop. How about if I give you a treat? If I give you a treat, here. Wait. Yeah, it's dark. Sun hasn't even come up yet. He got nose in the face. And he's got to go potty. I can see it. But he didn't want to do it. I'm going to pack up the van. And then drive into rain. Anyway, bye all. So how do you like Annapolis again?
I don't want to be on TV.
What?
I like Annapolis, but it's crazy here. I don't want to be on YouTube.
But people, my fans, love you. It's crazy here, isn't it? It's nuts. Definitely mandatory. Let's see what this closet's like.
Bob, you're not supposed to open anything.
Oh.
It's somebody's fault.
I was just looking.
I know, but they told you not to do it.
Oh, I did not know this. Oh.
Yeah, there's a sign there that says
The inverter's up there. Okay. That's a nice feature. Force 10 oven, freezer, 2 refrigerators and an ice box.
You can go down this side if you want to.
No, it's okay.
Why not?
There's people down there. Okay, we'll wait for these people to get. Cool. 4 cabins. I don't know if this. So this is the LBRY 45, and it's forward port cabin. This is the port head. Small but usable. Really? What's the displacement?
Horsepower, 257 horsepower.
Wow. It's not as big of a bathroom as the 50, but it's fine. Right? Oh, you look very nice in that hat. And you really, when you see this, yeah, let me switch it to.
You know, those are charter boats though, and if you're thinking about a 4 category, I guess.
And then there's pure beauty. Boy, this is unbelievable how many masts are out here. But also,
So we're thinking as ourselves, yes. So we know we're guilty of the boat is 3 years old or more. We don't even consider
there's LED lights in this. This whole thing is lit. This bulkhead has 1, 2, 3 locks on it to hold it tight, watertight, and it has a double gasket seal. So they're ready for, and this goes down, they're ready for water to come through this big time. This is the CUMSA. Now, that's the seal of the academy. You don't walk across that. But specifically, what you do as a midshipman is you take a dime and you salute it with the wrong hand before you take it a test and try to get the dime in that quiver right there. And supposedly, if you're successful, you do well on your test. So, that's the site. Herndon's, we're going to take this as a plea. They can't take this walk. They can only take the straight paths. Anyway, pick you up by Herndon's. That's Herndon's. And we're running down this walk. We have to climb to the top of that as a team, as a class. So this is the Annapolis Mercedes-Benz dealer. And I've been to a lot of Mercedes-Benz deals, but this is one of the best dealerships around. They really bend over backwards for you. And as my wife says, you'll never drive anything except Mercedes. And that's her new car right there. There's a V8 Behemoth here. Yeah, so she's beautiful. Do you love it, Ann, or you love it?
It's excellent in every way. No wonder why they're selling a lot of it.
Well, the visibility is great. I can see that myself.
It's got cameras all the way around it, and you can turn the cameras on independently. You can select the camera, and you can look at it.
Yeah, she's beautiful.
I'm going to have to read the owner's manual, and I'm going to have to, study up on it.
Well, I can see that. So, what's that noise? Generator! Why do I need a generator? Why does it have 3,000 hours on it? It's going to be almost 4,000 hours. Probably going to be 4,000 hours. Yep, having lots of work done on the house. And we will show you. Ta-da! Yeah. and it's on the lines. Have a nice day. So, as usual, in Smithtown, New York, we have a problem. Max, no street. No street. So I don't know when they're going to fix it. That's, of course, the other thing. When are they going to fix it? No idea. King Quality is doing the work on my house. I had 10,000 kilowatts of solar panels that were not installed properly and weren't flashed, so they decided to leak and ruin my house. Yeah, so, and no, we haven't finished the lawsuit with them, but the house was going to come down, so something had to be done. Anyway, come on, Max. So the whole back end had to be rebuilt. What a storm. We got hit with a beauty. Come on, Max. See, used to be coming up over there in the summertime. And now it's over here.
Yeah.
And it's warming up. It's 33, Ann. I plugged the van in so it's nice and toasty for our trip. To the antique store. Anyway. Oh man. Amazing. Alright. Wow. His teeth marks. Yogi did it again. Well, happy post Thanksgiving and post Black Friday. So, don't know when you're gonna see this, but make it anyway. Hopefully you can see me. You can't, it's yeah, it's in the morning again. We'll do my walk, my son's place, and as I've been doing every morning. So, as though those of you questioning Q and those of you questioning Brain 2 and Mr. H, I won't even say his name. Okay, so the codes work out, and Q is real, and Q has proofs, and Q also referred to Zero Brain 2, and the presidents referred to Q, and there are other things I won't say, right? Other items. So there's no question in my mind that Q is a team, like I said before, 3 individuals that you would call civilians. Max, easy. Okay, we're gonna go to Max. It's going this way. Come on. Hey, you want leash? Alright, this way. See? Crazy dog. Anyway. There's no question the codes work out. There's no question that they're using some kind of quantum AI system. There's no question just at least five military intelligence people. That doesn't mean supporting staff. And then let's talk about SearBrain. SearBrain 2 started upping the post more when the HN went down. Right? And deciphering things on such a prolific level and accurate, I say again, either 220 IQ or 161 IQ, but no, hey, you want leash? Max, come. That's what he gets. He doesn't get another chance. Anyway, those are my 2 cents on it. What did I say? You want leash. You want leash. You didn't listen. How come you didn't listen? How come? It's a rabbit, that's why. Come on. Hey, no. Come. Come on, this way. No. This way. Over here. Over here. Anyway, so the codes check out. Then, with such a fashion sense, and you've already heard my words about this, so I've been called a sexist, a racist, homophobe. No, I'm just stating the truth. I mean, when I was working at CBS, I was working with 2 gentlemen who were flaming gays, and they were proud of it, who were extremely talented. Taught me more about color than I've ever known, or really ever like to know. It's just what I've seen. And they're not the only ones. I've seen. It's not for me to judge. You know, I just referred you to Leviticus 13. It's done. Simple. So, you know. That's it with that. I'm still worried about the president. I'm not worried about a POTUS anymore. But I'm worried about others, right? Now, my friend says, hey, I can't see you. He says that there's been some disturbance in the asteroid belt and also in the Oort cloud. I think it occurred in the Oort cloud first, and then something came in. Anyway, so we need this system to defend the planet, find out what these objects are, and then do a layered defense approach against them. Something that the whole world can get behind, because the whole world is in danger. It's supposed to be a city killer in 2 years. So my friend says the figures are wrong. My figures are wrong. It's not 27% we've known. It's less than 1% we know. Oof. That means there's 99% out there, or we don't know about. Oh man, so I would say that's pretty acute. It was pretty acute with 75% or 70%, but wow, that's big. So that's what's more important than anything, as far as I can tell. Because it'll kill everybody, including Field and John and President Trump and your wife and everybody. Come on, we're not going in there, okay? You know what's in there? Ticks. You want ticks? Do you want ticks? You don't want ticks. Do you want leash? Yeah, you don't want leash. He doesn't want leash. Amazing he has so much energy in the morning. I'm trying to dig up energy. It's hard. Oh, it is hard. This is a football field, so yeah. I didn't film walking to it, which is technically too dark to film. Now it's getting brighter, but cold. I'm in my shorts. Yeah, I know. Crazy, right? Trying to burn calories. Trying to burn off Thanksgiving. And that was good, you know. I stuck mostly to the turkey and... Max! Come on now. And, you know. But I hope you guys had a good holiday. Now, listen, the other thing I want to talk to you about in seriousness is a checkmate. So, that means false flags are going to abound soon. Because they do not want people to see that IG report. They don't want to see any of the declassifications. So, beware and be safe. I'll try to get this out today. All right, so God bless. Me and Max signing off. Amazing how he gets across the field. Amazing, amazing, amazing. All right, so long. Hi, everybody. How you guys been through the holidays, through the Christmas months? Well, I was finally able to take apart some things. I'm going to have to post the blog on, because I was talking, so anyway, this is very important to get up anyway. And what this has to do with is really our constitutional rights, specifically our Second Amendment rights, which are being stepped on everywhere. But for this specific case, we're going to talk about our military men and women. And specifically, because I know about this, I'm going to talk about our Navy men and women. Now, in the past, when my father was serving, my grandfather, uncles, great uncles, you name it. If you were an officer, you were allowed to carry concealed, but when you were on duty, when you were officer of the deck, the OD, okay, you had to wear a sidearm. And it had to be showing. Our Marines, which guarded the bases, ships, everything, they were locked and loaded. Our MPs were locked and loaded. And they were carrying Condition 1. All right? Our guys now carry Condition 3, which means empty chamber, they have to rack it. Okay? I don't agree with that. It should be a round in the chamber, strapped. Since it's a double action gun, then all they have to do is flick the safety off, pull the trigger, they're done. Okay? Now, on this planet, we have many, many bases. And for our U.S. personnel, when they are on these other bases, okay, foreign bases, foreign places, you name it, they got to carry. They go to sleep with the weapon. I put it to you people that the soft targets now, the targets that can actually cause a tremendous amount of damage, the targets that can really change the way it's done. And I'll start with something that my son has told me specifically. And we'll take a look at North Island, Coronado. Now, this is in San Diego. There's anywhere between 35 billion and 1,500 to 1,600 personnel that are on this specific Navy base. Not to mention the price tag of a carrier, okay,
and where my son's ship was docked there. And heck, I remember when he was giving us a tour of the base, and we were right over here by this gate, and they had guards here. They didn't really like us taking a picture of the ship. But then my son informed me that those guys weren't even armed, which is a sin. It's a sin that every single Navy personnel, men and women, are basically fish in a barrel. Now, the alarming thing, the real alarming thing, is if one, and my son says it's like by God's grace, is that a tactical, well-armed team has not entered this base from the shore and go to town and have their way. And any of these bases, it's the same thing. My son says there'd be anywhere between 600 casualties and maybe 150 deaths because they don't have anything. Says we can maybe hit them with a tire iron or something. I don't know. We got nothing. Okay? That's really scary. And this is North Island, Coronado. So what we're saying is that people on U.S. soil, and this is from President Clinton, he changed the rules. He's the one that got the so-called assault weapons ban. Well, I'm telling you right now, I'm living in New York. Okay? And if you think that the MS-13 people are not carrying whatever they want, and they're limited to 7 rounds, well, you're wrong. And if they're all hung up on lives, then why don't they worry about the wall? Because that's obviously making it harder for these people to get drugs, which, by the way, have been banned. Yeah. Didn't stop 70,000 people from killing themselves. What it does do is banning things makes it harder for the cancer patient to have pain control. They need to handle it as a health issue, but that's another subject. I digress. Now, do you guys know what the price tag is for some of this military hardware? I want to show you something very interesting. Do you see this here? I've been to this place too. So what do you think it would take to have a SEAL team, okay, a trained SEAL team, to come in with a boat right here, something, and to destroy all this aircraft and this whole thing and, whatever. And I'm talking about a trained team of 6. Now, if you think that United States Navy or the United States military is the only one that has special forces teams, no. Now, if you're allowed to carry your gun, and our American pilots, American Navy pilots, American Naval Service officers are asking for the Second Amendments. If you have a well-armed military, it makes it less likely and harder that a tactical 6-man team could come in and infiltrate your base and put all those lives in danger. My son specifically says that they contract out their guards There are people, they do not have the same standards as the military does. My son has to do a PFT. That's a physical fitness readiness test. And he has to run like 1.5 miles and so many times. I mean, it's just an incredible thing. Not to mention that all the officers and all the personnel in the base have been weapons qualified. And if they don't measure up, they have to go back through and get requalified. There's standards. If you're considered an expert marksman, you don't have to shoot and be qualified. My son is an expert marksman. He was on the Navy pistol team. This other guy that was killed was on the Navy rifle team. It's a sin. My wife and I were very upset. And it's totally open. One of the things that I could not believe because we would go in there and it's beautiful campus. You have 4,000 of the best people we have. It's called the Brigade of the United States Naval Academy, and congratulations to you winning the Commander's Trophy. It was a great showing. As you can see again, this Naval Academy is susceptible from water approach. And again, I've been to this place many times, and specifically right here at night, one of the things that these midshipmen do is they go on these recon missions to the stadium. It's part of their ritual and stuff to, especially Army-Navy Week. But it also shows the vulnerability of this facility. And Bancroft Hall, which is the largest, by the way, the largest dorm in the United States, is very vulnerable and very susceptible. Now, what I'm going to tell you guys to do, I'm going to keep this video short, and this is what you have to do. You have to write your president. You have to write your president because he's commander-in-chief. The military is not, I repeat, is not cooperating, is not going back to the way it was. You're saying that you can't trust these men and women, our finest, with guns. Everybody who is weapons certified on every floor in Bancroft Hall, they should have an armed locker. And the officer of the deck should have the keys to that armed locker so they can arm the brigade to haul off and prevent an attack. We're at war, folks. We are at war. And this is a military base. It's a military college. And that goes for Kings Park. I mean, for the Army, goes for the Air Force, goes for all our bases. These people need to, now I'm not saying that that they need to have, weapons in their rooms or the dorms or whatever. No, I'm saying that there should be a locker, and I'm saying on each specific company, there should be there's a company commander, and he is responsible for the keys of a locker that can arm his company in the state of an emergency. These guys are all weapons qualified. But officers, ensigns, all officers should be allowed to carry concealed. And on duty, when they're officers of the deck, whatever, on watch, they have to be armed. This kid was killed for nothing because he was trying to stop them, but all he had was his phone. He dialed 911. It took 5 minutes for the cops to get to Pensacola. 5 minutes is an eternity. It's forever. It's forever. It's just a sin. And there's other fields too. And I can tell you right now, it's 5 minutes is forever. And my son told me specifically, if you have a special warfare team that's assaulting a base, guess what? Those deputies could not repel that. They don't have the skill or firepower to prevent a tactical team attack, or they'd all be killed by the tactical team. No. The only way you can protect our men and women in the service is to give them back their Second Amendments and to arm them. They're qualified. If they have guns, they're no longer fish in a barrel. They can protect themselves and protect the property of the taxpayers. We spend millions of dollars into that kid. You already spent an excess of $500,000. You gave him a scholarship to United States Naval Academy, one of the finest educations in the country. Gone. Wasted. So even if you do a cost-benefit analysis, you screwed up. This is Whiting Field. All these fields, even North Island, Coronado. I mean, even some of the bases in California, basically all of them. Now, in the day, it used to be where, heck, man, if you were 6 inches from that fence and you were on the other side of it, you know, lethal force was authorized and it was used, often used. And this is in the 60s and 70s when I used to go to those bases. Oh, yeah, man. They were locked and loaded. They were locked and loaded. They were ready to take up arms, ready to do the deed. And it was important because, you know, these soft targets can do a tremendous amount of damage to both our military, to both our state of being, and our men and women are trusting us to allow them to defend themselves. It's just common sense. And that's the topic of this video, really. Now, thank you very much for my subscriptions. As you can see, it's still hitting me. Again, I'm going to try to find a way. What it does is that other video just sits at 95% posting, or it goes into a block. I do not know what's wrong with it. This video itself, hopefully I can get it up. And but all I can say is God bless everybody. God bless our president. Please call up your congresspeople. Please write letters to the president, having him direct. He's the commander-in-chief. He can put an order down to allow the rules to be the way they used to be. The way they used to be or that officers were allowed to conceal carry, and commanders of the specific thing were allowed to allow enlisted sergeants, whatever, to carry. Okay? It would be of that officer's command to make the decision for that individual person, enlisted person, to carry, concealed, to have a weapon on base, was done by the commander, which it should be done. That's how the command structure is, not by the Pentagon. The commander, who's responsible, he knows his men, not the Pentagon. Anyway, I want you guys to have a very Merry Christmas. Please, it's $1. That's where I've been posting. I haven't been posting here. I've been having trouble. But $1 a month gets you to all kinds of things. I can't even discuss them here. Okay? And I'll see if I've been driving like a crazy person all over the world. I mean, well, the East Coast of the United States, essentially. And Max is fine, and my wife is very beautiful, and she's fine. And I love you well-wishers, and my grandsons are fine, and my sons are fine. So, hope this finds you guys well. Please make donations to my page when this video is up. I'm going to premiere it. Please try to make a donation, because that changes the algorithm. That helps my channel, because still, even though, and also join me on LBRY, BitChute is going to have the same problems, because it's not, LBRY is blockchain, BitChute is going to be in the same place YouTube is now in the future. So, you don't know unless it's owned by, you see what I'm saying? You know. So, and LBRY is open source, so I was able to actually go in and read the code. Alright, so God bless everybody, and please check out our men and women in the Navy and see how hard they're working. And I also told you what to do about, well, my Patreon members know about care packages. Our men and women really, really appreciate them. Thank you very much, and God bless.